Good morning, all. Uh, in this lecture, we would talk about the transition of the rural economy, how the rural economy has changed over a period of time. So most of us are very well aware that when the country got independence, we were an agricultural economy, and our main source of income was through agricultural produce. And most of the things we were producing were of inferior quality, so we had to import a lot of the farm sector products also from different countries. So a lot of revenue was being lost by the government in terms of importing these products. Still, we called ourselves the agricultural economy of the world. So over a period of time, a lot of initiatives have been taken by the government and different segments, as well as the conditions of the farm sector. People have increased a lot. So of late, we have been producing a lot of crops, a lot of different kinds of crops. And the biggest thing or the biggest change that has happened is for some of the products which we were earlier importing from different countries, we are now exporting it to them and even to the other parts of the world. So now India is being called the uh, bowl or food bowl of the world, where different kinds of food grain crops are being sowed as well as reaped. And online activities have definitely increased. The farm activities have definitely skyrocketed of late, and different kinds of initiatives have been taken by the farms people, which have increased not only their income sources, but have been able to produce more output from the same farmland which they have been tilting till now. In addition to that, there has been a lot of change in the rural economy in terms of not only from on the food grain crops world, crops thing, the non-food grain crops or the cash crops are also being grown in a huge quantity now. Different kind of allied activities which are not directly but indirectly depends on the farmland is being done by different communities, like the livestock or fisheries. In many places, fisheries for fishery, you don't have to dig up a separate pond. In the new technology or new development which has been happening over a period of time, the fishing is being done in the paddy field itself, which has been helping the farmers increase their produce in terms of the paddy crop, as well as the pisciculture activity that they have been doing. In addition to that, non-farm activities have been happening where the farm things are increasing, the services as well as manufacturing of different things are happening. Services in terms of the rural self-help group, where you can produce anything which you are aware about, or which you know the skill of, as well as the different transportation services which has been increased, or manufacturing of different produce which you have the knowledge of, like the achar business, the pickle industry, as well as small handicraft industry, where you can make things from the canes or different produce of the farmland. In addition to that, if we see the how the changes have happened over the rural economy, structure has now taken a change. Earlier, it was more and only dependent on the farm sector. Now, even the non-farm sector are some way putting their foot forward and are helping the people staying in the rural sector to increase their income sources. So in the farm sector, you have the agriculture and the animal husbandry, where you are rearing up cows, goats, even the poultry, to understand how animal husbandry could be a help to the rural economy, as well as horticulture. where you are talking about rearing of bees, different forestry methods, as well as fishing methods to increase your farm related or agricultural related farm sector economy. In the non-farm sector, you can basically divide it into two types, where one is the rural industries, another is the rural services. If we talk about the rural industries, we talk about the agro processing, where we are talking about the using the oil seeds or sugar cane to produce different things like sugar, as well as extracting oil from the oil seeds, or manufacturing of handloom or the handicrafts things by the women of the villages, or even in some cases males are also involved in this kind of activity. Mining or quarrying, which is been happening in the non-farm sector, or the construction, as we have talked in the last segment, where we spoke about the earlier housing being of thatched roof or mud houses. But of late, we have been seeing a lot of development which is happening on the construction sector, where bricks are being used, as different technologies are being used by the farm people to construct their houses, and the proper sanitation methods the which is being used. The in case of rural services, we talk about the retailing and trading. Since people are staying over there, you have a lot of scopes of providing their necessary items or day-to-day items. Other community and social services which are happening, or for transportation and storage, you need the cold storage units, or you need transport to transport your produce, either in the farm sector or non-farm sector, to the nearest cities or to the nearest metros, whichever are available to them. The different communication methods are also mobile phones. Of late, we are seeing a lot of penetration happening in the mobile sector, and people are uh, getting new devices and to become aware about the different things which are happening across the world. Thank you.